Everyone, welcome back to the second video of Lightroom Basics tutorial. If you haven't watched the first video yet, it is recommended to watch that first. I have linked it in the description box below. In this video, we will go through the several effect controls and we'll learn the tone curve in detail. So open your Lightroom app with me and let's get started. The first thing we will do here is go to the Light tab. Here in the previous video, I have already explained how we can change the exposure, contrast and highlights and other settings. But in today's video, we will just go to the curves and we will learn how to use this. The first thing we will have to do is make some points in these intersections. Okay. So now as we can see that we have already made the intersections, we have made the points in the intersections. So what we will do now is this box at the extreme left is dedicated towards the shadow area of the image. So if I pull this down, I'm actually pulling the shadows of the entire image. If I pull this up, I am pulling the blacks of the entire image. If I'm pulling this up, I'm pulling the mid-tones of the entire image, or I'm decreasing it. That's completely up to you. You can increase it or decrease it according to your liking. And this here is for the highlights. So in my opinion, I would say make sure it looks something like an S, which we also call it an S curve. Yeah, so as you can see, now this looks like an S curve here. We will press the done and you can see this is the before and this is the after. It already has some contrast and some mood in the entire image. Now since that is done, now we will go to the effect control. Here we have the clarity slider. If we increase it, we can increase the clarity in our image. We can increase it to 100% as well. We won't do it. We can decrease the clarity and it will make the entire image soft. We will just increase the clarity just a little bit. Make sure you never overdo the clarity. Just do it a little bit. Same goes with the dehaze. If you have any haze in your image, especially in landscape images, just do a little bit of dehazing, like 11 is good. You can change the vignette. Vignette is nothing but it's like a black or white circle surrounding the entire image. So if you want, you can do it. It's just up to you. Then comes grain. You can, if you want that old vintage look in your image, you can increase the grain. If you increase a lot of grain in your image, you can see how it looks like. You can also change the size and roughness of the image of the grain here. Now it looks like some photo of like from 1950s or 1960s, something like that. You can do that or you can't. That's completely up to you. So I'll just put that in 0. Now since we have done the work here, so now we will go to the split tone. So this is a very advanced tool in Lightroom. The first thing we will do is here what we can do is we can give certain colors to our image in the highlights and shadow region of the entire image. So first what I will do is I will add say a little bit of pink tone in my highlights. So where is the pink? Here it is. So as you can see, there's a little bit of pink tones added to the highlight area, which is the clouds and the water. Here in this image is the highlights of the image. Now if I want, I can add some greens into the shadow area, something like that. And you can always play with the complementary colors. For example, the complementary color of green is something like violet or something like that. So I can introduce some pink or violet tones. I'll have to find that. Yeah, you can the simplest thing you can do is push the highlights towards teal and you can add some orange into your shadows. Even that looks really good. You can just play around with the highlights and shadows according to your likings. I'll settle with a little bit of brown and green here, not much, just a little bit of green. So that looks good to me. I won't overdo the image. I think green is a little bit much for me, so I can change the balance of the image. If I pull it towards negative, I can actually reduce the highlights. I can increase it as well, so I can change the balance of the image as well. This looks good to me. So this is the final image. I can even like edit it more, but this seems pretty good to me. So that is it for today. Thank you so much for watching, and if you have any suggestions or queries related to photo editing in Lightroom or Photoshop, do let me know in the comment section below. And the third video of Lightroom will be out soon. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good day.